All right, so today's video, we're going to be spectating the Silver 4 Doomfist. Hey there, I am a Silver Doomfist enjoyer. I love the hero, and I'm trying to hone my skills on him regularly, playing Doomfist parkour in some matches to get better. This match on Rio was something else. We started on defense, and it was not looking good for us. The enemy team pushed all the way through with around 2 minutes left on the clock, and one of them was already typing GG. So already after one half, the other team was typing GGs, and they got the dub. We're going to leave it at that. Let's watch some Silver Doomfist gameplay. Ooh, look at that, using the cooldowns correctly. Off to a good start. Charging up the punch. Means you have a punch again. Oh. Be careful of, yeah, oh yeah, that's... Be careful of Ryan countercharging you like, oh yeah, okay, listen. Just gonna pause for 1 second. I like some of your cooldown usage, but don't, like, you don't need to, you can slam in there, get extra shields, right click, like, don't do that, all right? Basically, you had the right idea for a while, then you really wanted to right click in when they're playing stack like that, use your slam, and then you can right click out, or you can make a play off of the right click, especially when you have the charge punch. Charging your punch is good. Immediately trying to punch after, if there's 5 people in front of you and they can get you easily, not as ideal. Sometimes you'll do that, sometimes you won't, you get what I'm saying? It's gonna be situational. Sometimes you'll want to punch it, right? It depends. Tough start. You know what? I want to talk about that for 1 second. That right click right there, okay? If that was me, I am getting punched off the map. I'm gonna land on King's Row somewhere. Someone on King's Row is gonna see a Cassidy, you know, getting slammed over like against a wall somewhere and going, what just happened? That cast went 2 feet. Explain. Sorry, I just want to point that out. Sorry, I get booped really far sometimes. Okay, you charge your punch. What's your play now? All right, I'm okay with the slam. Punch. It worked. You said situational. The punch is up. You can slam in. Nice. You can punch out. Good job. You're getting some of the basics down, which is like, I think... And obviously, I'm not the best Doomfist, but I will say that as I got the basics down of how to play Doom, my Doomfist improved. Even if I'm not the best Doom, right? Okay, we're gonna pause right there. Okay, here's my take. I feel like the way you played that at the beginning led to the way the team fight just went. Straight up. I feel like you would not had to have used your ultimate if you didn't try to countercharge the Reinhardt in front of their team. Listen, I am okay with trying to, like, countercharge the Rein if they're out of position, but you went in front of their whole team, which then forced you to use your ultimate, which then forced you to have to make all these plays that happen, when in reality, if you waited a little bit further on the charge or didn't do that at all, you're looking at a different, like, play that's happening here. Instead, you right-click the Reinhardt in front of the team, and the whole team's there. Do you see what I'm saying? The idea is there, but the timing was not correct. You see what I'm saying? Because, yes, you're countercharging the Rein, but you're also countercharging yourself in front of their team. See what I'm saying? So remember that. Keep in mind, a lot of what we talk about with Doom, one time the play that, like, it will make sense sometimes, and the other times it won't. Like, sometimes you want to countercharge them in the right spot. If for some reason, like, good idea here. Look at that. I like that charge punch idea. Here we go. Like there. I want to point something out. Even though you got rolled, I just talked about that. I am fine with that counter charge right there. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a different scenario. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a different scenario. So, like, that's fine because you're trying to get the point. You're counter charging them. Now there's more opportunity for your team to follow up. You might get rolled regardless. That makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So far, you're doing some good things on Doom, and then you're doing some other things on Doom. And I think, like, overall, it's a good sign if you're getting the basics down. I'll keep mentioning that. Starts with the basics a lot of the time. Block. Back out. Nice. I'm ready. That would, if you hit the counter charge, that would have been okay, by the way. You had the angle from the LOS. It out. You know, I have to say, first of all, I actually liked your play there. To be honest with you, I actually liked the way you played that. That was good cooldown usage. Ninja Man, thanks for the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. I like the way you used that, like the cooldown there. That was good. You knew that you wanted to slam back. You didn't over-aggress. You made a good play. Like, I thought that was good usage right there, all right? That was good usage. Nice. Remember, Ryan does have Shatter. Okay, so what I want you to take into account now is you know Ryan has Shatter. So how are you going to play this right now? That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see right now. How do you play this when you know their Ryan has Shatter? Let's find out. And what happened? It is very enticing to want to countercharge, but the same thing happened right there. You have an ultimate that you're about to use, a play that you're about to make, and the first thing that you do, right, is countercharge. You have your ult, you have a play. At that point, you can't countercharge the Rhine. You have to either be aggressive with your ult or not countercharge the Rhine. And that's what I mean. You see what I'm saying? You said you wanted to save your teammates so badly. I get that, but it's all situational, right? Look where their team's at. Look what you have. At that point, you don't even know if that's going to save your teammate at that point. You have to also be the aggressor at that point. Like, you don't even get to use your ult. Your ult can win team fights because you can displace them. You can build a lot of shields. There's a lot of stuff you can do. That right there was what I mean by, like, sometimes it's good to countercharge, sometimes it isn't. That was one of the moments where play more aggressive to make a play rather than trying to save your team on that one because they're going to shatter anyway after that. And your HP was really low. High ground. I just want to point one thing out right now. I want you to see where their team's playing. You can take high ground right now from their Ashe. Their Orisa's low ground. Yeah, you have the right idea now. Keep in mind. Ooh, actually, that was a good wall. Good follow up on the wall. But, like, when you see that there's a 1v1 to be isolated on high ground, you can easily go win that. Because they're playing low ground with Orisa, which Orisa will do pretty well against you for a second. In my opinion, like, since the Orisa buffs, Orisa is so strong. I also will say, honestly, I feel like Doomfist is a lot better now, too. I'm not saying that, like Doomfist is at, like, the go-to pick now, but I feel like you just can hit your cooldowns quicker. And you're seeing a little bit less Sombra being played. Yeah, this is a Silver Doomfist, yeah. Overall, not a bad opening for your team. Also, for anybody who missed it, the reason why we wanted to watch this game too was because after that, the other team capped with a minute 38. They typed like one of them or some of them typed GG's in the chat like the game was over. Like they were just like the game's over, GG's. So, you know, this team wants to win. This team wants to win. Block. Nice. Good start for your team. One thing I do want you to look for, though, is just if you see anybody out of position at all, not playing with this low ground for a second, Just go easily dominate that 1v1 and then use that high ground. You get what I'm saying? This is a fine ult. Get out, though. Nice. Yeah, I like that play, by the way. There's a tendency sometimes to want to just follow up on your ultimate. Sometimes it's okay to just be like, obviously you got a little bit too aggressive at that point, but you're also a nano, so I don't mind that. There's a tendency to want to follow up on your ultimate no matter what, right? Like, you know how sometimes, like, if you're playing a Yari right now, you'll hit your ultimate, and then you feel like you have to follow up on your ultimate, and you'll just go in and get rolled, and you won't do anything with it. It can be the same concept right there with Doom. It's like, so you got out rather than just go right in. Which I think that was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You can block soon after the spear. Oh, they didn't even use it. Okay, you're fine. I would have went right off that map. Chat, we know I would have went right off that map right there. 100%. I'm going off that map. Guaranteed. Here we go. I want to see your play here. Slam ult. You know, okay. I think that your ult was... I do that sometimes on D.Va with D.Va ult, where I want to put the D.Va ult on the cart, then I'll look back at it and go, in hindsight, I probably should have went deeper with this ult because I wanted to just get him off the cart. I think what you were trying to do was use the cart to AoE anybody around the cart and follow up, but I think if you went for their backline and went in, that might be a different result to the team fight. You know what I mean? I get the idea, but it's exactly what I do sometimes when I ult the cart on D.Va and go, I probably should have just went deeper with my ult. All right, apparently that play forced beat out. Also, that right there, by the way, what you just saw the Doom do, where they just went in for a little, like, the slam and then got out, that's an easy way to start building ult charge really fast on Doom. If you notice that a lot of Dooms right now in your game are probably getting ult fairly quickly, with the 1 second, like, less timer now on the slam, Dooms are getting more slam damage. There you go. Dooms are getting more slam damage and getting ult quicker. Just because of that 1 second cooldown difference. You're seeing it a lot. Nice job. You're playing the Ashe. Well played. That was good. That right there was a good sequence. Nice job. So far, my take on this game, after watching your Doomfist, and this is how I'm seeing it, I feel like you have the right idea on mechanics, and now it's more going to be about your decision-making, and I think if you keep playing like you are, from a mechanical point of view, and then you work on that decision-making on what you're doing each team fight, I think you're going to climb. Straight up. I think mechanic-wise, you have a decent understanding of what you want to do, like with your mechanics, then the next part is just figuring out the decision-making off of what you should do in the middle of a team fight. That's how I'm seeing this right now. You said you wouldn't use ult to engage? You know what? It's actually, it's funny because I'm thinking about it now. The playstyle of Doom is, even though it's completely different at the same time, the way you play Doom, it reminds me of how you play D.Va, where, like, every single decision on your, like, as that hero is very, like, half the time you'll want to do one play and half the time you want to do the other play. You know what I mean? Like, it changes so much that you have to basically keep making different plays based off of the situation, and sometimes, like, it's very similar in that sense. Like, sometimes, okay, you'll countercharge in, sometimes you'll ult deep, sometimes you'll ult or survive, sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, good ult on point. It's a good ult. I would've went a little bit further back with it, but, like, the Rein, it's fine either way. Nice job. Well played. You need to get this point. There's 10 seconds. Good job finding the Life Weaver. Get the Rein. Get the Rein. Just 10 seconds. Get the Rein. Woo! Nice. Enough time. Enough time. Let's go. All right, here we go. You have 1 minute on attack. See how it goes. They have a Bastion. I'm gonna be honest with you, though. They are by them. Okay, not anymore. I was gonna say they were by themselves. You're gonna have a... This is interesting because they're running Lucio Zen. I think if you just wait out cooldowns, you might actually just dominate against this comp, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because they can't keep up the heals. Like, keep in mind, the Zen's gonna be tough to play against, but they don't... If they're just, like, not able to... Like, that... You're gonna slam right here, right? Yeah. This is... And then you're just gonna rotate your block and then survive? And slam in again in 2 seconds after the vortex is gone? Nice. Yeah, that's... We're on Lucio Zen right now, like... Ooh, nice play. I like that. Good job. Yeah, you have a good understanding of the mechanics of it. It's going to come down to decision-making. I think once you keep improving on what you're doing, like, in the middle of a team fight, etc., I think you're going to be in just a fine spot. So... Nice. Oh, we're in overtime now. It's the classic. I'm like, why did the Lucio just run to the point and beat? Oh, wait, it's because it's overtime now, and everybody's just going to run at the cart over and over again because it's overtime. Edoris is dead. More is low. Here we go. It's overtime. Everybody runs at the cart in overtime. Here we go. Nice. Ooh, let's go. Your team's popping off. See, the other team, here's the thing. It's one of these, you ever have a game where, like, your team's playing fine? You give up the point, like, you know, close to overtime, you know, wasn't, like, the best defense, but was way better than, like, what their defense was, and you change everything up completely. I feel like that's what that team just did. They, for some reason, were like, you know what? We were playing that fairly well. Let's just change up everything going into this third round, and sometimes it's okay. But I feel like they were playing fine, and then they switched it up. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you want to make those adjustments, but I felt like the adjustments they made were completely random. They're like, you know what? We should change something. Like, yeah, you're right. Let's go Lucio Zen. I like the Zen. I think the Zen, Discord, and, you know, the tank. But Lucio Zen, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to make those adjustments, but when your adjustments are just like, almost like, it's just Lucio Zen. Let's do it. Let's just go Lucio Zen. Obviously, they've shifted since then, but you lose your ultimates at that point. Like, your team's just steamrolling through right now. Your team is just steamrolling through. This was a good attack. Nice job. Once again, chat, overtime spawns are longer than normal spawns, which is why you generally have less team fights. Your team just absolutely rolled that attack, by the way. Your team absolutely rolled right there. Nice job. Let's see what can happen. Can they win on this side of the half? Remember, the other team had typed GG before the game was even remotely over, and now your team has a 6-3 lead. The other team has gone the Orisa, Pharah, Sojourn, Lifeweaver, Lucio comp. It's okay. Okay. It's time. I like that. Nice job. That was fun. That was just fun. Remember that high ground we talked about? Nice. Good job. Looking for those 1v1s. By the way, do you see how on defense you're doing that? Do that same thing on attack, by the way. You see how you were trying to prevent that high ground? You could have done the same thing on attack right from the get-go of, like, the first attack, and you would have had probably an immediate pick on an Ashe. Nice play. Right there is what I'm talking about. That cooldown, rushing in, punching out. But not rushing in, you know what I mean? Like slamming in and then punching out. That was a good play. Yeah, that was good. Slam, punch out. Good job. Take the high ground. Take the high ground. Nice. This is Silver 4. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. That did a lot less damage than I thought it was. I feel like that you should have got the Sojourn with that. Am I wrong? Like, I thought that was gonna easily get the Sojourn. Looked like you healed the Sojourn. Am I wrong? Is it beat? Beat? There was no beat on Sojourn. Oh, maybe there was a life grip, but the animation didn't show. It could have been that. Good job. I think your team just wins this, right? Good punch. Nice. That's a dub. Okay, you know, I want to actually see that right now, so you're watching that. Let's go back to that ult for a second on the Doomfist, all right? I just want to see. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me. Okay? I gotta watch the life grip here. Was there a life grip on? No, the cooldown's already gone. There's no life grip cooldown. There's no way you got life gripped. I have no idea how you didn't kill the Sojourn there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea how that didn't kill the Sojourn. Straight up. I have legitimately no idea how that didn't kill the Sojourn. All right. Anyway, yeah. From what I watched, as long as you keep improving on the decision making, like I said, not countercharging a Ryan in the middle of the open, things like that. Your mechanics look pretty good. You had a right idea of what you wanted to do. I think you're gonna climb, no problem. Also, good job getting the dub there after the team was like, yeah, it's already over. You got the dub. Nice job. Keep at it. You should be good to go. You said Lucio's ult. Sojourn didn't get beat. Sojourn didn't get beat. Like, their HP was low. That was the thing. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Bunch of awesome videos on there. If you want to submit your own, spectating, description below. There's my Discord. Also, we record all these live on stream. Most of them. Make sure to come by and follow the stream. We have a ton of fun on here. And outside of that, hope you all have an amazing day/night.